Since I am on day 10 of my 15-day extended water fast, I have been getting a lot of questions, so I decided to make a video for you on how to prepare for an extended fast, the benefits of an extended fast, and some tricks while you're fasting to be able to sustain an extended water fast. So there's no official definition as to what an extended fast is, but I think that it's safe to assume anything over 24 hours would qualify as an extended fast. Now, a lot of people are familiar and they actually practice intermittent fasting, a 16-8 fast, an 18-6 fast. They also do OMAD, which is 1 meal a day, meaning they fast for almost 23 hours and have their eating window for only 1 hour within the 24. Anything over 24 hours I think qualifies as an extended fast. Now, in my case, I am now in the middle of a 15-day water fast. The maximum fasting I've done so far is 11 days, and I wanted to push myself just a little further and see where I can go. But who am I anyway? Well, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Talita from Shrinking with Keto. And throughout my ketogenic journey, I have lost over 200 pounds and reversed my type 2 diabetes. Now, throughout this journey, I have helped and coached plenty of people reach their goal. And I hope I can do the same for you. Let's start by going over the benefits of an extended fast. Now, I'm going to take you over the benefits with hours, but I'm not going to get too deep into them. Of course, we can talk about them, and of course, I can make more videos, but each of these benefits could be a video on its own. This is just going to be an overview so you see what your body is doing the more you fast. By the 12th hour of fasting, which is still in the intermittent fasting realm, human growth hormone starts increasing. Now, if you want more information on that, I can definitely make a video. Now, by 16 hours, your stored glucose has run out and you start burning ketones. You start burning body fat for fuel. Now, the ketones alone, being in ketosis alone, already has so many health benefits. Ketones are known to reduce inflammation, improve cognitive function, reduce blood sugar levels, improve mitochondria, and guess what? Reduces hunger. That's why at 10 days with water, I can be so energetic and talking to you. Now, anywhere between 18 to 20 hours, significant autophagy starts to occur. Let's quickly dive into autophagy, even though if you want to go into more detail, all you need to do is check my video on autophagy right there. I want you to think of autophagy as a recycling of your cells, out with the old and in with the new. Autophagy is very important because there are plenty of studies that correlate maximum autophagy with the regeneration of tissues and prevention when it comes to cancer formation. Now, by 36 hours, autophagy has ramped up to 300%. And by this point, you have accelerated healing and it contributes to, guess what? Our favorite, longevity. At 48 hours, the human growth hormone that we mentioned earlier ramps up to 500%. And this acts as a little bit of an anti-catabolic. This is because a lot of people worry about their muscle mass deteriorating during a fast. Ketone bodies, especially one specific ketone body, acts as an anti-catabolic and prevents from muscle loss. Now, at 54 hours, one of my favorite things happen. We start to improve our insulin sensitivity. Now, this is very important because a very big part of the population is insulin resistant. And insulin resistance and inflammation are basically, well, the main cause in almost every disease you see today. Now, if you manage to reach 72 hours or 3 days, by 72 hours, you have maximum autophagy. This is where autophagy is at its best. This is where all of the recycling of your cells has happened. Now, between 72 hours and 120 hours of fasting, this is where you see significant movement in stem cells. You see, this is where stem cell activity is maximized. And why is this important? Because stem cells regenerate new immune stem cells. Studies have shown that at this point, there is a decrease in risk of cancer and a decrease in cancer growth rates just from fasting. Specifically, Dr. Thomas Seyfried says that if you can fast for 7 days a year, 7-day water fast a year, your chances of decreasing cancer go to 95%. Just think about that. Would it be worth it? Reducing your chances of cancer by 95% with a simple 7-day water fast. Now, that's enough of a reason for me to do it. And actually, that is the reason I am doing it. You see, I have already reached my goal weight. The only reason I now implement fasting in my everyday life is for the health benefits, the ones I mentioned and so many more I haven't mentioned yet. In prolonged fasts, we now have studies that actually show that there's a regeneration of tissues. And if that's not important enough for you, a 2019 study noted that extended fasting can prevent Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, multiple sclerosis, and dramatically decrease symptoms of chronically inflammatory diseases. Now, before we move on as to how to prepare for an extended fast, let me interrupt you for a second. If this is the first time you're seeing this pretty face, let's make sure it's not the last. So please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and ring that bell icon so that YouTube can let you know every single time I make a new video for you. And please feel free to ask me anything you want down in the comment section below, and I will try my best to answer every single one of your questions. The days prior to starting an extended fast, it is very important to choose wisely what you eat. And let me explain this quickly. If you're having a meal high in carbohydrates, then your insulin is going to spike. The same way it's going to spike, it's going to come crashing down, and it's going to leave you ravished and hungry. So the last thing you want to do is have the last meal before your extended fast be high in carbs. On the contrary, if you have a meal that is high in fats with no carbohydrates and some moderate protein, this is already a fasting mimicking diet. So it already puts your body in, let's call it a fasted state, and it has you prepared. And the chances of you having a hunger hormone hit you straight in the head are much less than actually having one if you have had carbohydrates the meal before. The ketogenic diet, which is the one that I have been following, which is a high fat, very moderate protein, very low carbohydrate diet, is ideal not only for maintaining the benefits from your fasts, but also in preparing you to ease into this extended fast. You see, the ketogenic diet kind of mimics fasting by keeping your insulin levels low. Another thing you want to prepare for is where you're going to be during this extended fast. Now, it depends what kind of a person you are. In my opinion, it's best you keep yourself busy. So make sure it's during working days, working hours. Don't worry if you get dizzy. I'm going to have a tip for you later. But I think you need to keep yourself busy. Keep yourself busy at work. Keep yourself busy at home. Try not to think about food. Now, if you're a person that's actually very resilient and resistant like me, then go ahead. Have food around you. Just make sure you've planned out those days. The first days during your fast, you want to make sure that you're close to a bathroom because your body is going to let go of all the excess waters. So you're going to be urinating quite often. Again, it's very important when you start your fast, because you're urinating often and you might deplete yourself from electrolytes, to supplement. Now, absolutely supplement with potassium, sodium, magnesium. They're not going to break your fast. Don't worry about it. Potassium, sodium, and magnesium. That's what I suggest. Another thing you want to make sure you're doing while you're fasting in an extended fast is to hydrate very, very well. Make sure you drink at least 4 liters of water a day, and make sure you're taking your electrolytes while you're doing it. Now, if you're somebody that doesn't want to take electrolytes, or if you're somebody that can't swallow pills like my daughter, or just doesn't want to, there is a small hack. It won't break your fast. Just make sure it's a little bit. You want to absolutely add a little bit of lemon and pink Himalayan salt in your water. Now, more or less during your fasted days, you want a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half of Himalayan salt daily. This is going to give you a little bit of a combination of potassium and sodium, but you also want to supplement with magnesium. It's very important so that we can avoid the leg cramping, the headaches. Back to the dizziness. If you're at work, if you're extended fasting and you start getting dizzy, all you have to do is have some pink Himalayan salt, put it under your tongue, and that's immediately going to help you with the dizziness. You're going to see it change within 10 minutes. My next suggestion for riding out this extended fast is to actually ride out the Ghrelin wave. Now, Ghrelin is a hunger hormone. It comes, it hits, it's going to hit hard, but like a wave, it's going to come back down. So all you need to do is ride it out. Just know it's not going to last forever, especially during those moments. Keep yourself busy. Another trick here is if you feel absolutely ravished and very hungry, again, sea salt is going to do the trick for you. Just pinch some sea salt and it should calm the hunger down a little bit. Another way to suppress your hunger is by drinking matcha tea, which you absolutely can have on a fast. Matcha tea is an appetite suppressant. And also, if black coffee, and this is a big if, does not spike your glucose, and you're going to know that by taking your blood sugar levels, drinking your black unsweetened coffee, and then taking your blood sugar levels half an hour later, and see if the black coffee has increased your blood sugar. If it has, it's not okay for the fast. If it hasn't, then you're good to go. And it can also act as an appetite suppressant. And as always, chin up, or you know by now, the crown slips.